Hello race fans and welcome to the Diecast showcase here on Team Bombersports in association with racecar UK, whose logo you can see rather nicely in the back over there. Today we're having another look at another car from the field for the upcoming sports car stop motion race, the FIA World Endurance Championship and IMSA United Sportscar Championship on one track in a proverbial war of independence of sports car racing. And here is another car that's going to be starring in it. Last week we had the SRT Viper, and here it's one of its great rivals from the IMSA GTLM class. It's on box. Yeah, that's about as much as you need to know about the box. There's no dents or scratches. And this thing got smashed to pieces. Zingy, that's a good word. Oh, excuse me. It's sloppy. I've seen paper customs on YouTube done better than this. Yes, here we go. This is a review or a showcase I've been looking forward to for a while now. This is actually one of my favourite race cars of all time. Possibly my favourite race car currently racing, and a car that I cheered home to victory this year at the Le Mans 24 Hours. It is the Chevrolet Corvette C7.R. 5.5 litres of V8 roaring, snarling evil in a bright yellow box. And just look at it. It is beautiful. It has all sorts of menace and purpose and just evil intentions. I've been a fan of Corvette racing since basically getting into sports car racing. Around 2002, I first followed the C5 and the C5R. And I just sort of liked it, you know, loving American cars, loving American racing. They were the big sort of American sports car representatives, you know, they were there. And, you know, Ford, they're only just coming back next year with the Ford GTLM, and that's going to be, it's tugging at my heartstrings, and it's making me sort of look at this car and go, I'm torn now. There's some new kind of buxom brawn over on the horizon who is tempting me potentially away from my lifelong marriage affair with Corvette racing. But for now, I'm very happy with the Corvettes as they are, and it's going to be fascinating to see them do battle next year, because the Corvette C7R has been out, well, this will be its second year of competition. It came out start of last year, start of 2014 for the Raw before the 24. Nice bit of alliteration there for the 24 Hours of Daytona over there, and it has run, what, about 12 races so far across the GTE United Sportscar Championship and the FIA World Endurance Championship. That includes the Le Mans 24 Hours and last year's Lone Star, well, last year's 6 hours of the Circuit of the Americas, which was where the WEC did their sort of double header with the GTE United Sportscar Championship to make up for the unforgivable fact that the WEC and major sports car players no longer run at the 12 Hours of Sebring or the Petit Le Mans. That's a classic example of politics absolutely just crapping in your sandwich when it comes to motorsport fans' enjoyment of motor racing. But anyway, we don't deal in politics here on the Diecast Showcase. We deal with cars and the models of them. And this is a beautiful model. It's another Spark model. It's absolutely fantastic. It's gorgeous. And it captures so many details that I'm not sure I'll be able to show you all the detail on it. Let's just spin it round. There's the side-on view. The one downside with these models is, you see there's the lights, which represent the class and what position it is in class. So if only one of these lights is lit, the top one, then it's in the leading class, then 2 lit, it's second, and then third, blah, blah, blah. And these light up different colours. I believe in it's green for GTE-Pro. They light up green, and I think they're red for the prototypes. I'm not entirely sure. I think P1 is red, P2 is blue, GTE-Pro is green, GTE-AM, I want to say, is orange, I think. I'm also basing that off the colour scheme of the lights there. Another thing about this model, this is a rare thing. It's not playing for me today, but you can sort of see that the wheels are sort of moving. Now, I said last week on the SRT Viper, those wheels didn't even try and move, but those wheels have rolled for me before, but it's a bit of effort. But most of the time on Spark models, they just go, you know what, you're likely going to just put it on a shelf and admire it, so the wheels don't need to roll. So that's fair enough. We spin it round to the front. Oh, that is, just look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's an amazing view. This is pure evil in a box. I loved riding on board with it. I love the Corvette onboard streams they do at Le Mans every year. And the onboard stream this year was amazing, because they literally spent all race either fighting a massive war against Aston Martin or against the AF Corsa Ferrari. And of course, they lost one of the 2 Corvettes in the practice pre-qualifying. So they were down to 1 bullet in the chamber, and they made that shot count. It was 1 shot, 1 kill. And seeing Oliver Gavin, British driver, bring the thing home to win the class. One of their first class victories in a few years, actually. You assume Corvette racing kind of dominate the GT ranks at Le Mans. Haven't actually won in a few years until this year. It was an amazing race and a great victory for them. We spin it round. There's the other side, pretty much same as before. And here is the rear end. Oh, wherever you look on this car, there's just There's little touches, there's splitters, there's wings, and these grills are finely machined out and finely detailed. The rear window is glazed in as well, and it's all there. And you can also see just on the side there, I don't know if you can catch it in the light. There it is, just behind the window, the driver's side window. You can see the lights which dictate that also shows you what position it is in class, and that can go, you know, whereas these lights will just show you 1, 2, 3. That will show you 1 through, you know, however many, 1 through 99 theoretically, although I don't think there's ever going to be a Le Mans race where there's 99 cars in the GTE class. Now I just wanted to see, I doubt you'll be able to see this just because of the reflections of the light. Let me see if I can zoom in here. I doubt you'll be able to see it. Just see the dashboard detail. I can tell you, let's have a look. Oh, you might just be able to see it in there. It's very hard to tell. Just in there, look very carefully. You'll probably be able to see it better than I can on the camera right now. But basically, the dashboard is so well detailed that Corvette's famous radar system, you may have seen this on videos, including the famous drive video where you go, you have a helmet camera and you go on board as they run night practice at the Daytona 24 Hours. It's an unbelievable video if you haven't checked it out before. But you'll see in that video one of Corvette Racing's famous systems, which is their little radar system they have on the dashboard of their cars. It's a rear-facing camera that not only shows you what cars are coming up behind you, even at night, it identifies which class the cars are in and whether they're faster than you. So if it's a GT car behind you and it's in the same class or whatever, it will tell you and it will say, you know, you might want to watch out for this guy because he might be battling for position with you, but either way, he's in your class. Or it says, oi, this is a prototype, you might want to whoosh over because this guy's going to be going a lot quicker than you. And there's a really good moment in that video where a Daytona prototype comes flying past and you see it sort of goes beep, 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 and this big arrow sort of pops up on the radar as if to say, oi, move out of the way, this guy's going a lot quicker, and then you see the prototype go belting past him. And of course, you know, Corvette now expanding into the Daytona prototype ranks with their Corvette DP. So we wonder if that will progress to any sort of LMP program, but right now they seem very happy in the GT ranks, and why wouldn't they be? They've got a top roster of drivers, including the Taylor brothers, Jordan Taylor and Ricky Taylor, Jan Magnussen, of course, the bulletproof Jan Magnussen, uncle or father of Kevin Magnussen, the Formula 1 driver. I can't remember how he's related. Antonio Garcia, Tommy Milner, Oliver Gavin, the Brit, Robin Liddell also. I mean, just so many great drivers. This stable has been, it's one of the all-time greats of GT racing down the years for the last decade or so, the last 15 years. Basically, GT racing, especially American GT racing, is not complete without a Corvette in it, and normally winning. I mean, they've had some amazing battles with Flying Lizard Porsche, BMW, Ferrari, the Falcon Tire Porsche team, just so many classic battles down the years, and this car is just incredible, and it's a great car, and I love the fact that it's so heavily based off of tech that came from the previous race car, the C6R, which then went into the road car C7, and then went into this. So this is a really classic example of, you know, Formula 1 tries to bang on about being relevant to road car tech. This is a direct example. This is about as relevant as it can get to road car technology. And to be honest, if the old adage of race tech filtering down into road cars is true, then get ready to enjoy procrastinating a lot at traffic lights whilst you're playing with your little radar system trying to identify the cars behind you. Whether it will give you a sort of detailed Terminator-like analysis of which one it is, and which car it is, and whether it's faster than you. That might make street racing rather interesting. Imagine if a car pulls up behind you at the lights and it's like, come on, let's race at the traffic lights. Not saying you should do that, but you know, if you touch your radar, like, am I going to get owned by this guy off the lights? Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm just going to go the other way. So, or conversely, if it's just some chav in a Corsa, then you beat and it just, if the radar starts laughing, then you're just like, yep, I'm going to race him and I'm going to own him. So there you go. But this is one of my favourite race cars around at the moment. I'm so stoked to have it in the upcoming Sports Car Stop Motion. The London Sportscar Trophy is a working title for it. It's slated for release around November, probably. I would say September, but I don't want to set a date that I won't be able to fulfill. We've still got to build the track and do everything there, but that is well underway already. The cars are already coming in, as you can see from this video. And these are some of the cars. Remember, the feel for the London Sports Car Trophy, you helped fund. So thank you ever so much for that, and for putting my favourite racing car in world motorsport at the moment into the London Sports Car Trophy. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to bring the London Sports Car Trophy to you. So this has been my diecast showcase of Sparks 1/43 scale Chevrolet Corvette C7.R, the 2014 model from the Le Mans 24 Hours 2014, where I finished, I believe, third in class. And have the magnificent week. On Wednesday, we'll have a channel update coming up for you. We've got some huge stuff coming your way. Let you know where we're at in the new schedule. And then on Friday, we've got a new Bombersports gaming video for you, which has a relation to this video. in that involves Le Mans. That's all I'm going to say for now. I'll see you next time, Bombers.